I did a video about how there was no objective world, and I wanted to today do a video about how there's also no subjective world. Um, and this may seem like a contradiction, but uh, I'm really trying to move out of the whole subject-object dualism, away from the Cartesian separation between mind and matter, and instead uh, try to reorient ourselves in a completely new cosmos. I'm trying to overturn the Newtonian Cartesian cosmology that doesn't reign over science, that's for sure. It certainly doesn't reign over physics, doesn't even reign over biology or some high level psychologist, but it does reign over the collective consciousness, the general culture, and the drift of the mass mind at the moment. We're still living in a cosmos that was invented in the 17th or 18th century, and we haven't really come to terms with what our actual scientific empirical observation about the universe has shown us. And I think what it has shown us is, well, there is no I, and there is no it. There is no mind, and there is no matter, without there being a relationship between the two. So one is not separate from the other. Self and other are not separated. There's no me separate from you in a linguistic sense or in an actual biological sense. All organisms exist in multiples. There's not ever just one living creature. Unless you want to try to conceptualize the entire cosmos as one living creature. That's not a creature anymore, though. It's the creation. So there's no subject. But I think the reason we experience ourselves, or appear to experience ourselves as subjective egos cut off from the external world, is that we have a false understanding of time. We spatialize time and sort of flatten it out onto this linear number line almost, where there's the past back there and the present right here and the future out there, and that the past causes the future. Thinking of ourselves as being trapped in the middle of all this, we're always the thinking mind is always right here and now, trapped between the past and the future. But these three tenses of time have also developed into three understandings of the I, or ego. There's the I know, our memory, all the stuff that we have remembered and stored in our mind for use in the future or in the present. Then there is the intellect, which is the I think, and that's what we do right now in the present moment when we solve problems and so on. And then there's the I will. That's the future. That's what we want to do. So our understanding of time is also our understanding of our subjectivity. There's our memory, our intellect, and our will, the past, the present, and the future. But really, in an objective sense, quote unquote, past, present, and future are abstractions, and really time is ever present. Time is eternal. Past, present, and future are part of one integral whole. They're not separate, they're not divided off from one another. The only thing that could possibly make us think they were is to assume that the ego, or subject, is a real entity in the world. That's what places us in a particular place and time. And being in a particular time, trapped between past and future, is only something that can arise through the illusion of there being an I, and that we have arrived at this conclusion that there's no subject. It's been verified by thousands of years of meditative, introspective Buddhist practice, which focuses on the experiential side of consciousness. It's also been verified by cognitive science, which focuses on the objective side of consciousness, the brain. There's no I, there's no subject, nor is there an object. I'll leave it at that. Hopefully I haven't confused everyone more, because I'm getting confused.